I'm eating.
Okay, so
I'm
welcome
driving.
everyone. There you go. Yep, and Bazina's leaving early because it's her awards night tonight. So we're going to cheer her on. My guess is she's just going to blow up her unit award. So we love that. So way to go, Bazina. Have a good time. Yes, we know that. And then next Monday night, there will be 2 different Zooms happening. One Zoom will be me and my friends that we're going to be celebrating my awards night. So that was the first night that I could actually make it happen. So my group will be celebrating our unit awards. And then Judy will be, it'll be Judy's turn that she'll be doing training next Monday night. So there'll be a training night, but just to let you know, next Monday night is my night that I get a chance to celebrate my units. So just to let you know. Vicki, that means there will be next Monday night. You know what? Take that back. I will leave Judy on this one, and my unit, we will come up with a different Zoom meeting so that we don't have to train 99% of the people to be in the wrong room. So I will come up with a different room. So I can get that way. I'll give it to Judy and she let her so meeting will be on this number, so none of that changes, and my unit meeting, my unit party will be in a different one. So excellent. Kristen, I got your for tomorrow night. Thank you. So okay, so couple things. If anybody wants to be one of our presenters for tomorrow night, our favorite things from 8 to 8:30, I would love for you to choose a product. Remember, you get a total of 2 minutes to tell us about the product and your favorite thing about Mary Kay. Not 2 minutes for both, 2 minutes total. 2 minutes total. That's how we get done in 30 minutes and still see 9 products. So yes, I do insist that don't get all yappy on me. So if you would, Kathy, I think it's about time. Cassandra, I think it's about time I start hearing your voice. Yes, Tracy, I have yours. Kristen, I have yours. If Christy, if you want to be just like Kristen and drop it over in the comments, that way I can grab it after the meeting. That is Bazina, excellent. Grab a product. You cannot have eye patches and you cannot have nourishing oil. That is all I've seen so far. So first type, first get. That's kind of my rule. So if you want a product, type away. My goal is to stay in skincare. That would be my goal though. So I would prefer skincare items, basically not color. So not mascara, not eyeshadows, not blushes, preferably skincare. So there we go. Okay, so couple things. Other things that I need, would be helpful to hit. Christy, I see you for your eye makeup remover. If you will also post over in the chat, I'd like to have celebrations for the week. So anybody who actually sold product this last week, anybody who actually sold product, if you will put your sales total over in the chat, I don't care if it's $1. Whatever. So sales total, I'd like sales totals. I would like bookings. How many have got X more things on your books? Who has more things on your books? And then just to be different, of course, if we had interviews or new team members, we're gonna put those together, interview teammates together. And then just to be fun, because it is Eye Patch Challenge month, how many eye patches did you sell this last week? Okay, so I know that might be selling at the beginning and then you get to repeat it. So did you sell any eye patches? So total sales, bookings, sharing the opportunity and or recruiting, and did you sell eye patches? Tracy's having a great time with patches because they're awesome. Okay, so we're gonna come back to that. Okay, so for training, like I said, you get me tonight. My question that I want to kind of start with last night, how many of you just, so in your reactions or whatever, how many of you have ever been out on a boat, on a lake, on a river? How many of you have been out on a boat? Anybody been on a boat? Yes, I'm seeing some people out on a boat. Okay, so if you've ever been on a boat or have been floating on an inner tube, okay, so if you've been on the water, okay, so you know what I'm saying, if you're on the water, okay, so that's kind of what, How many of you have ever tried to get from one side to the other side? How many of you, when you're trying to when you're boating or when you're floating, you've tried to get on one part and then you've tried to actually get to another side? Everybody tried to do that at least once in your life? Okay. Okay. So when you're doing that, do you ever have to course correct? Or is it, hey, once you set it in, you're fine?
The other side of what?
I'm sorry, what?
The other side of what? The other
like
side
the
of
other, so like if you are going across the river or you're trying to get across the pool, you're trying to get across.
Okay, the other side of whatever. Okay.
Yep, you start at one point and then you you have a destination over here. How many people have had to course correct when you're on water that you've had to course correct? Okay. What that's called, it's called drift. You have to correct for the drift. Okay. If you're on a pool, sometimes it's just the wind, but it's not awful unless you don't correct for the drift. Am I right? How many of you have not, anybody been really chilled and then just not paid attention and then, kind of woke up or it's like, oh my gosh, this is not where I intended to be. Okay. And the same is very, very, very true with our business. Okay. If we don't constantly account for the drift, we're going to wake up and be where we don't want to be. Does that make sense to anybody? So now this is when I unmute or whatever. I want interaction here because remember the goal tonight is to save Mary's voice, okay? So what are some things that is helpful to do every day or as often as possible to help keep yourself on course for your business? What is something that would be helpful to keep yourself on course for your business? Yes,
tracking.
You may. Tracking, yes, Vicki, excellent. Tracking is a great idea. What else?
My plan, I have written out the goal.
Okay, written goal, excellent. Written goals, excellent.
Written goals. And so every day, my goal for the day is to accomplish one of them. Not all of them, but just one of them.
Okay.
I'll give you an instance.
Okay.
I wanted to introduce the product to a new person that I had met recently.
Okay.
So the introduction of the product was my goal for that day.
Got it.
So I did that. Did she want to buy Mary Kay? Was she interested in it? No, she uses Clinique. That's fine. But at least she knows that I know, and I gave her my business card and I told her if she had any friends, to be sure and let me know. So that was, I accomplished one thing on my goal list for the day. And my promise to myself is to accomplish one goal a day.
Excellent. Okay. I like that. We're going to come back to some things that are helpful on your goals. So excellent. I love the tracking. I love the idea of accomplishing something. Very good, Kathy. Thanks for sharing. What else can we do daily to help us from drifting in our business?
Write it on a calendar.
Yes. Plan it out. Yes. Excellent. What else?
6 most important things.
Making a list. Make a list of what's important for us to do. Absolutely. What else?
Well,
I commit.
Oh, go ahead.
Bazina, then Lena. Bazina, go first.
Okay. Well, I'm very visual, so I have to write it down in at least 2 places. So one is my, hang on, let me get my video. One is a clipboard with my weekly plan sheet, color coded, and the other one is my Mary Kay planner. So when I see the color, I say, okay, it's pink today, so I gotta do something. Plus, I'm trying to be creative. Like when we have patches, I made a goal for myself to send to at least one person a day a photo of what eye patches do for your eyes, how beneficial they are, how they look at 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m., etc. So at least to one person a day, either via Facebook or text, and then, hey, these are lifesavers. I love those.
Excellent.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Excellent. Lena, are you at a stage that you can unmute again?
Yep, I'm there. Okay. I set a time at least an hour and 45 minutes, and that means I get up early just to concentrate on the business, be it text message, make phone calls. I've actually got some contacts that would like me to send them samples of product.
Excellent.
So that is what I do. I try to package up the product to send them samples, and it has led to at least one sale this week. So
Excellent.
it has worked.
Excellent. So prioritize what you're doing. Tracy.
I do my Facebook. I schedule my Facebook VIP group posts.
Excellent. Scheduling social media. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so I love your ideas. Excellent. Excellent. I love it that I'm hearing that people are planning their stuff. I love it that you're visualizing a target. Okay. The biggest thing I would probably want to, I believe most of you are doing this in some form, but it's also, I will say, after most of you watched me earn a Cadillac, okay, you watched me earn it. One of the biggest things is the visualization. My brain couldn't get away from it, okay? My brain didn't know how to do it because it was something I had never done before. But my brain couldn't get away from the idea that it knew it was gonna do it, okay? So if some of you are visualizing that, hey, I wanna have I wanna be a new red jacket by the end of July. One, there's still plenty of time to be a red jacket by the end of July, okay? You're not, until, I would say, maybe 11:50 p.m. on the 31st, that might make it a little late to be a red jacket. Up until then, there is still time, okay? So, but what are you visualizing? Why is it important that, you know, Bazina, why is it important that you're sending out the pictures about how awesome the eye patches are? I mean, yes, we've been challenged, but, you know, why is, you know, what's important? What's the goal? Why is that a target that we're aiming for? Because if we don't have a target, yes, we're correcting the drift, but what are we correcting the drift for? Does that make sense? Okay, yes, we can work. I mean, okay, maybe the best comparison that just came to my head, because most of us live in a house or an apartment, am I right? Most of us live someplace. Is your house like mine? It doesn't matter when we last did the dishes or last did the laundry, there is always laundry and always dishes to do. Is that everybody else's house besides mine? It doesn't matter when we last did them, but there is always dishes and always laundry to do, okay? So going through and saying that, yes, I'm calling people, or going through and saying, yes, I'm sending out samples, or yes, I've got, okay, we're always going to need to do that because we're in Mary Kay, but a need to do, okay, need to do it and an intention to do it. If all of a sudden you knew I was coming over, what's the odds of the laundry not being on the floor and the odds of the dishes not being in the sink? Has it greatly increased that they're not going to be there? Right, because all of a sudden there's a purpose. Somebody's walking in the door. Oh my gosh, whoop, instant clean happens in the house. Unless, you know, you're me and then it's like, get over it, my house is a disaster. That's, you know, I joke, I don't know, I put a, oh, what's her name? Bombeck, Irma Bombeck. Anybody remember Irma Bombeck? Okay, one of the funniest things I think she ever used to say was, she goes, oh yeah, you can just have a disastrous house and then just put sick cards, you know, get well cards up on your mantle. Because then people will not feel bad that your house is a disaster because you haven't been feeling well. And it's like, yes, amen. So Irma and I kind of are kindred spirits. So anyway, that's my theory. Anyway, okay, digress, I do. Okay, so one of the things when it comes to your business, Kathy, this is going to come back into a little bit. This goes back into a little bit of our zip code training that Ms. Judy worked with us last week on. How many people remember the zip code training from last week? Okay, who can tell me any part of the zip code? Who can tell me, there's 5 numbers, 5 numbers. Who can tell me any part of the zip code? Janice, unmute.
1.
What's the 1 for?
It's for the sheet every week.
Weekly plan sheet.
Yes.
Every week we need a plan. That is one of our numbers. Yes. So now we're down to 4 people, and then there was 4. Who can give me another number?
1 is for sales.
1 is for sales. That, you're right. That's going to be very, on the main one, we're going to say about $600 a week. Yes.
Right.
Okay. Another number. So that's 2. We're down to 3.
Business talks, talking about business coffees, sharing.
Sharing the opportunity. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And there was 2.
Leads and bookings.
Leads and bookings. Okay. Leads and bookings. So one of the things is make sure you're working your zip code, whatever set you're doing for the, because every day that you work your business, if you're not finding new people to reach out to, okay, the water is getting stale or cold. How many guys like cold pedicures? No, it's because they're warm. That's what makes them awesome, right? The Dead Sea's dead because the circulation isn't there. So part of it is, who are you adding new? Who else are you meeting? Why are we saying that every day that you're working your business, you should be getting a booking? Why are we saying every day a new booking? How many people have had postponements? Yes. So every day, if you keep adding, then when somebody postpones, there is no sadness. Okay. I pray that you get to the stage that your calendar is so busy that you pray that somebody postpones so that you can actually go to the bathroom in between appointments. Okay. What, you know, because sometimes, I mean, you know that this happens at doctor's offices. You know, sometimes you go and you get to wait in your car for forever, and then the next time you're in and out, you know why, right? Because doctor's offices have to overbook because they never know if somebody is or isn't going to be there. And the doctor's being paid by the minute to be seeing patients. And if the doctor isn't seeing patients, she's not being paid. She's not being paid. Does that make sense? What do we need to do to earn money? There's 2 major ways you're going to earn money. What are the 2 major ways you earn money?
Sell products.
Sell products and
Recruit.
recruit. Because then that person's going to be selling products and ordering products, and thus you get a commission check. Okay? Those are the 2 things that need to happen for you to make money in Mary Kay. Okay? If we are not sharing the product, we will not make money. How many people, okay, understand 1, this is a safe place. Okay? The next phrases that are going to come out of my mouth, I need you to understand that this is a safe place. The next part you need to understand, in my opinion, is one of the biggest growth points that most people who come into Mary Kay need to understand is that Mary Kay is a premier level product at a great price. You need to understand both of those facts. It is a premier level product and it is priced more than fair. It is a great price, a great value. Why would those two things be important for you to understand?
So that you don't give discounts too much?
Part of it is so you don't discount it, yes. You don't feel like you have to discount it, yes. That is one of the big things some people have to overcome. A lot of us do. What's another reason? Great. We're in key. There's more than this. There's lots more answers, people. Lots more answers.
You don't have to go to the department store to get a good product.
You don't have to go to the department store. You understand that you are representing an extremely high quality product. You're not selling junk.
Well, and you get the one-on-one service too.
You get one-on-one service, yes. Why else is it important for you to understand you are selling a premier level product at an extremely great value price?
I think for me, I don't know for everybody, but for me, I think when it helps when you explaining a person about a product, because for example, my mother-in-law, she was like, when I told her about it, the first thing that came out of her mouth was, ugh, the expensive one. And I had to explain to her that actually it's not. It's a great product that is you getting for cheaper than what it should be.
Excellent. Great words. Absolutely. The other part of this is you need to believe you are representing a great product at an awesome price. How many of you ever in your lifetime or your children's lifetime or your children's or your grandchildren or people you know ever had the honors of selling Girl Scout cookies, Boy Scout popcorn, or wrapping paper? How many people have either had to or have their children have to sell Girl Scout cookies, Boy Scout popcorn, or wrapping paper or other fundraisers from school? How many people are joining me in the crowd? Okay, is that popcorn worth the $12 the bag is costing you? No. Is the wrapping paper that much better than you're going to buy going to Hobby Lobby?
Careful with the Girl Scout cookies.
No. Girl Scout cookies are awesome, but they are not priced fairly. But you're not buying the cookie. Okay,
right.
Why do we buy Girl Scout cookies and Boy Scout popcorn and wrapping paper? It's not about the product.
The kids.
It's for the kids. But what do we do? What are we really doing for the kids? There's prayerfully two things we're doing for the kids when we're buying product for the kids, from the kids.
Helping them reach a
Go
goal.
to camp.
Helping them reach a goal. Sometimes they're going to camp, sometimes whatever. Prayerfully, okay, you're gonna see Mary on a soapbox here just for a moment, okay? This is a Mary soapbox, I'll admit to it. I buy a lot of Girl Scout cookies, all of that kind of stuff, if the child asks me.
Exactly.
If a parent asks me,
I don't buy from parents.
I don't buy.
Mm-mm.
Why? Because for me, did I tell you this was a soapbox? Did I tell you this is, did I warn everybody this is a Mary soapbox, right? I did warn you that it was a soapbox, right? This is not, for me, that's one of the ways that I started to learn to be less shy, is because I wanted to go to 4-H camp, and there only if I sold the stuff did we have money to get me to that I could go. And so it was one of the intro ways that because by nature, believe it or not, by nature, I'm an introvert. I've had to learn how to be out here. Okay, guess what? I've learned how to get more of my will out here than I did when I hid back there. Does that make sense? So part of it, when we buy this overpriced, loving Girl Scout cookies, Boy Scout popcorn, part of it is it is helping the child learn how to look you in the eye and say, Miss Hildebrandt, would you like to buy popcorn? No, but I will. Now, granted, I don't say that to them, but yes, because they actually use their words to me, okay? I also know that that fundraiser is allowing them to get, you know, allow families to afford things that they can't in other ways. So yes, that's called fundraising. When it comes to us, we are not fundraising. We are not giving you an overpriced item to just do something that's kind of helpful. We have an amazing product. Do you know how many awards our products win? And these are against products that are sold in department stores. We are selling top shelf products. Now, you go to compare, you walk into a department store, and sometime if you haven't done this, go blow, I had to go blow my little brain because I couldn't believe this. You go price, okay, so like our Time-Wise repair line, my personal favorite, right? The stuff I use multiple times a day because I keep trying to not look my age. The Time-Wise repair product quality is equal to products that are sold at the Galleria Mall. So not just a normal mall, a top shelf mall. Everybody know a difference? And so then I went and did a little price shopping of what it would cost to get a nighttime moisturizer with retinol in it. Ours is $52. None of them at Galleria Mall was under 3 digits. None under 3 digits. So do I think I have an amazing product at a great, I don't know about you, but that means in essence, I'm giving my customers a 50% off sale. Of course, that means I'm getting a 75% off sale, and that makes me really happy. But anyway, okay, I digress. Okay, I am making sure that my friends and my family members and people that want to try product with me are getting a top shelf product at a reduced cost because I, as a Mary Kay consultant, do not need to spend rent at one of these high-priced malls. That's how we end up having a great reduced price product. It's because we don't have to pay for a brick and mortar. Does that make sense? Okay, so when I offer people to try product with me, in all honesty, I know I'm offering them something amazing. I'm even willing to let them try for my favorite price, free. Here, would you like a free try? If you, pre-COVID, if you guys had went to what's the name of that makeup store? That's basically for teenagers. I just space cased the name.
Ulta.
Ulta. Thank you. That was who I was thinking. Ulta. And let's say you wanted to try 10 or more products, which was what we do at a normal facial. Understand that costs you 75 bucks. Understand if you walk into Ulta and you're my age, you're probably not going to be talked to. I'm not Ulta's target customer. I'm a little too old, or a lot too old. Okay, but I'm offering them to try 10 products for free. So here, I will tell you, this is totally my mentality when I offer somebody to try a product. And then they, like if somebody doesn't want to do it, in the back of my mind, it's like, I just kind of pity them. I'm so sorry. If it really kind of annoys me, of course, you may never repeat this out loud to them. I just wish wrinkles on them. Well, they're gonna obviously wrinkle because they're gonna spend too much money and the product's not gonna work because we have the best product. Okay? But What kind of confidence is that? Do you think more people are attracted to that, or do you think people are attracted to, hey, would you think about maybe trying this? Okay, so what is your target? What is your drift? Part of the reasons that I invite you guys and I want you to be on Tuesday nights is I want you re-falling in love with these products and understanding how awesome the products are that you get to represent. Okay, because if you remember you have a great product at an amazing price, are you going to book different? And if you're going to book different, you're going to sell different. Is that how, anybody is this, am I giving anything helpful? Yes, yes, helpful. Okay, I want to do a little bit of training. I'm going to do a screen share here. I'm going to go to the InTouch site here just a second here if I could persuade my computer to talk to me. Here we go. Screen share. I think that's what I want, share. Might see that I have Facebook open, so we got to get that fixed. I want to do InTouch. There he is. Okay, InTouch. Couple things. How many of you have played with this business tools, especially new, those of you that are less than a year old? There is some amazing free resources you have sitting here called business tools. One, marketing tools at a glance. Every different way that Mary Kay is out here, and that how you can share the opportunity, and just different tips and tricks. It is all right here. That's at a glance. How do you do it? Different things. Just in case, you know, you haven't read through your starter kit, or just in case, you know, those seasoned consultants, I would recommend you go back and glance at this, because you know what? Some of this stuff has been updated. Some of it has been changed. You know, Mary Kay is just so awesome at helping us be able to, whoops, that is not the button I wanted. Can you tell? Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. See if I can get there. Nope, I can't. Okay. We're not going to waste that time on that. Okay, going down the business tools, I can tell you some other things that are there. Congratulations to everybody who did. Can I get thumbs up for everybody that sent out at least one book through preferred customer? Send out, give me a thumbs up, or what if I don't see you? Excellent. Excellent. Okay, great. Here's the deal. 'Tis the time of the year. We just enrolled for our fall books. Guess what we get to turn around and do right now through the middle of next month?
What?
We get to enroll for Christmas books.
Oh my God.
Christmas is our bonus 5th book that we do. But remember, I'm going to tell you guys, there's 70 cents a book. The other part of this is we just survived a whole quarter without books. And in my opinion, that was a survive. That was not a thrive. Okay. So they are launching our Christmas books. I mean, they're launching our fall books. So you ordered them. Those of you that raised your hand, you will be able to buy products as of the 10th of August. Everybody that chose not to do that or were not a star, you get to wait till the 15th. Let me make you a little envious. Sophia, Judy, and I, we get to order ours this month. Sooner or later, you're going to want to be a director, because there are some definite perks for being a director. Those of you who saw Sophia, she got her Buzz Kit. So in all honesty, we already know what the products are. Some of us have actually been using some of the products that are coming out in fall because we get told about them. Oh yes, I can keep a secret from you. It is one of the things I get to do as a director. I get to keep a secret from you. It's pretty awesome. So I will get another Buzz Kit next month with the Christmas items. You get to sign up between now and August 16th for Christmas books. So if you missed anybody, but I would also really, really highly recommend thinking about doing that you do back to back, okay? Just to let you know. So that's under my business tools as well. You can also, do you also know that you can send out partial and or full e-catalogs anytime you want for my favorite price? Free. Under business tools, you can send part, and they also break the books out into like the men's line or the teens line or the brides line, or, okay, and they've pre-made up like a mini magazine or like fragrances. And you can just send that mini part to anybody you want to email or text message. But you can also take just a page and then go like put a sticky note on and go, hey, Christy and I think that this is the best eye makeup remover. Like you could actually like write a sticky note and stick it on the page and also send it out. For favorite price of free. So like, Bazina, you were talking about, you know, you're sending out the before after pictures, the eye patches. You could add on, you know, the actual catalog page of the eye patches that have all the big wonderful words as well. And they could see how professional we look. Sounding pretty good. Also under there is a chance that you can have e-cards. So they have pre-made up e-cards that you can send out to family, friends about a product, about, hey, we're having, you know, like, you know, Bazina wanted to, they're doing their awards banquet tonight. She could have said, hey, come celebrate with me. We're going to be celebrating how awesome my customers are tonight. Or if you want to do like a Christmas in July, you can make up a customized card and send it out to anybody that's in your My Customers for favorite price. Okay, your favorite price. Okay, well, it's my favorite price. I'm assuming it's your favorite price as well. So that is part of all of that. I mean, there's more in the My Tools, but just a heads up, all of that is in there because you signed the beauty agreement. Okay, so enjoy being a part of that. Okay, before Bazina leaves, I want to make sure that we quick do celebrations and I'll come back. Okay, so let's see. As I am looking, I think, ooh, that is very close. We have Anne for sales. I'm gonna get confused here. So sales, Bazina was #1 at 488 and Vicky came in second at 460. Oh, for a little bit more. So let's give those two a huge round of applause about that. I also, let's see, eye patches. I think Bazina got it with 8 eye patches, but I wanted to specifically shout out Tracy as well because she got a new recruit and she sold 4 eye patches already. So way to go, new consultant with a new team member. Love, love, love that. Leanne has 1 interview and an appointment, and she's somebody that she's sharing with the appointment tomorrow as well. So excellent job, I think. And Janice, good job, 65 in sales. Love that as well. Excellent, excellent. You guys, this is, I encourage, when I was coming up, long before I became a director, one of my biggest goals every week was to not have a 0 week.
Yeah.
That was my first goal. The first goal was, could I just sell something every week? That was just my goal. Could I just, when I decided that I was going to try this Mary Kay thing, my goal was that every week was to sell something. I didn't want to go from a $500 week to a nothing. That was just, I was an emotional wreck, okay? So my goal is every week I wanted to sell something. And then my next goal was, as that started happening, then my goal was to beat my last week.
Mm-hmm.
So if like Janice, you sold 65 this week. Your goal would be to sell anything up and over 65 next week. Okay? So the ebbs and the flows that come with that. So as I was building, so then let's say next week she sells 200. Okay? Would be, but then the week after that she sells 75. So as I was building up, if I had a bad week, then my goal was to just beat my 75 the week after that. I just, you know, I rolled the roller coaster with it, but every week I was going to sell something, but I rode the little bit of the roller coaster with it every week. Okay. Bazina, whenever you're ready, we're so excited for you. I know at some point you're going to jump off. So we just wanted to make sure that I celebrated you before you left us on that. Yes, I have you for the vitamin C stuff for tomorrow. So excited about that. Okay. Question. I'm going to go into another part of training. Okay. What would be a per hourly wage that you think would be a good part-time wage? A good part-time job, we're talking COVID. What would be a good hourly wage for a part-time job?
15.
I'm sorry?
15.
15.
What I was thinking.
15? Everybody kind of cool with the 15? We're kind of cool. No, what, Angie, give me your number then. I saw you yelling at me, no. It's okay. What's a good number?
20.
20? Okay. Christy, did you have a different number? Or Latoya, did you have a different number? Okay. How about if we split the difference? How about if we say 1750? Everybody cool with that? I mean, because this is a group participation. I need people to I need you buying in with me. Okay. Okay. So we're going to say 1750. It would have been easier at 715 or 20, but I'll love you. I'll love you. Write that down. 1750. Good thing I have a phone that I have a calculator. Okay. If you were having a part-time job, how many hours a week would you like to donate to a part-time job?
15.
I see. I'm sorry. So what, Vicki, what did you say?
15.
15 hours? You could find another 15 hours with everything you're doing.
I say 20.
You could, okay. 15 to 20. Okay. Those of you who are working other JOBs, could you find 15 to 20 additional hours in your life?
Sometimes during the year, not this time of the year.
Not this time of year. Do people think they could find, if they had to, do people think they could find 10?
Yeah, probably.
Is that realistic?
Yeah.
Kristen, could you carve it? Could you maybe find it if you had to?
On my days off.
On your days off. In a week, do you think you could find 10?
Yeah, on my days off.
Okay. Okay, so we're saying 1750 and 10 hours in a week. Are we, everybody kind of playing okay, cool with me? Okay, so 1750, love you all. Why did I agree to that? Okay, 1750, I can do this. 1750 times
175.
So it's 175.
Okay, 175. So 175 a week times 4, which is a month, means 700. Everybody playing with me? $700. Okay. We're not going to talk about the pros and cons about when the taxes come out. Okay. I'm not even going there on this whole little discussion. Okay. Part of the discussion that I am going to bring up. I said that there was 2 ways that you're going to earn money in Mary Kay, right? I told you that you're going to earn money because you sell the product. And I told you you're going to earn money because you recruited people, right?
Right.
I'm going to throw this out there to just kind of go, huh? Okay. Most part-time jobs, it's going to take you a little bit to get yourself up to snuff. Is that a fair idea? It's going to take you a little bit to get into the pattern If you've ever waitress, there's times that you actually get to track somebody and then you don't actually earn the tips at first. You get to just watch, right?
Yeah,
There's no
that's true.
Okay. So I just kind of want to throw this out there. When you're starting your Mary Kay business, Mary Kay offers you free product. Is that a true statement? They offer you free product. They offer you free product based on intervals of $600. True statement? Okay. Mary Kay considers a star consultant kind of a line in the sand so that it says that, hey, this is someone that's really trying to establish their business or somebody that's working to maintain their business. Is that everybody following me? That's kind of Mary Kay's line in the sand for what is considered a kind of line in the sand. A star consultant is $1,800 wholesale. Okay, $1,800 wholesale. If a new consultant comes in with an $1,800 wholesale order, understand as a director, and I'm allowed to help set somebody up if someone allows me to help them set up their product, their first order. Okay, $1,800 to me is somebody opening 2 departments in the Mary Kay store. And what do I mean by departments? I mean, there's a skincare department, there's a color department, there's a body care department, there's a fragrance department. $1,800 will basically open 2 departments. In this area where we live and most of the clients that I see on the phone, most of us fare well to open our skincare and our color departments first. People working in the Latino market tend to open their fragrances pretty darn quickly because fragrances is one of the entry drugs for the Latino market. Okay, just to let you guys know that. Okay, so at $1,800 starting, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of numbers if you guys want to write these down. So an $1,800 order will
Mary, this is Kathy.
receive.
Mary, it's Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Could you go back and say what you said about the number for the Latino market?
It's more what tends to sell first. Kind of an entry because they tend to like our perfumes.
Oh, okay.
It tends to be if they don't know us for our skincare and our color already, they love the value of our perfumes, and then they'll start giving us a chance. Okay, that makes sense?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so $1,800 you're going to get from the company, as long as you do that order within the first 15 days, about $680 worth of product for my favorite price. An additional $680 of free product. If that person does it in the month of July, most of us as directors, because we know what the free products are, the new products coming out, most of us have ordering incentives out there. And so when you order this month, the odds of you getting extra product for free is pretty high. I know the directors on this call. I know some facts, okay? So odds have an $1,800 order, odds have it from the directors are gonna get another $75 worth of free product. So for an $1,800 order, they're going to end up with $4,355 worth of product. Way more than half, right? Tax on that, because I want us to just fully take this in, tax is about $360. Maybe a little less depending on exactly what you bought. So if you take $4,355 and you take off the $1,800, which is the cost of products, and the shipping and handling and the tax, just for good measure, there is $3,170.29 still sitting out there. If we divide that, I had originally done it by 20 because I thought maybe you guys would give me $20 an hour, but no, you get 50. One moment, I need to redo my numbers because you did. So we're gonna just kind of round it so that you're profiting about $1,200 divided by your $1,750. That's 68 hours worth of work. How many hours do you honestly think it would take for you to sell that much product? More or less? If you truly believe it was a high quality product at a great price. And tell me, how many hours would you show up to another JOB? Or do you show up for a JOB that doesn't spend this much money and give you that much profit in your pocket? And the reason I'm going to put it to you as a new consultant, how many of you know people that in the next 60 days, an extra $1,200 would totally change their life? Or at least buy them options for the next 60 days with kids going back to school or not going back to school, or teachers making the hard decision if they're going to stay teaching or not, or nurses. I mean, understand, there's healthcare workers that are losing their jobs because elective surgeries aren't happening and hospitals are not staying profitable. People need options. Why are we COVID proof? Because we sell, what's our major product we sell? Major product? Skincare. People are wearing masks. What do they need to use? Every day, twice a day. Skincare. Absolutely, they need skincare. Absolutely, they probably need some extra exfoliation. If that is a charcoal mask, if that's a radiant facial peel, if that is satin lips, if that's the hydrogel eye patches because they got humidity coming up and under their mask and making their eyes go crazy. You are selling options to help their skin survive, and you're offering options for people whose jobs are doing this. $600 a month? How many people do you know that would do lots of weird things for $600 a month? What we do isn't weird. What we do is fun. I mean, besides, how many of you love this sisterhood to know that people are out here praying for you and being encouraging for you? How many of you other part-time jobs instantly have that community built in? I mean, how many, I mean, some of you guys that are new, did you have to earn the right for us to pray for you? Did you have to prove yourself in any way, or were you just in? You see, that's the Mary Kay sisterhood or the Mary Kay family, because, you know, hey, if a guy decides to show up, I do believe we would be nice. Am I right? Right? Call the family, you know. So does that, okay, so does someone have to come up with money to actually make a profit like that? Yes. Okay, how many of you have ever went to a learning institution where you had to pay for the class? A certification, a college? Okay, how many of you had to prepay for something to go to this class, but were not guaranteed anything when you exited stage right? Okay, I'm gonna go back to my $1,800 scenario here. Okay, right? She invested $1,800, right? $1,800 invested would be, so she's she spent $1,800. Mary Kay is willing to buy back 1,620 of her $1,800 cost, leaving her $180. She does not have to send back her $680 worth of free product. She is still $500 to the good. How many times have you signed up for a class that they promised you to the good, even if you did nothing? Do you understand why I think we have not only the best products, we have the best opportunity? Do you understand that for $2,000, she cannot go to Cosmo School? She cannot go to Ogle for $2,000. How many of you guys have taken your color certification class? How many took your skincare class? I know people who have went to Ogle and have told me those classes that we get to take for free because we're beauty consultants are more in depth than what they had to take to pass. But it's a part of the deal. Can you tell Mary's on her soapbox? You see, July.
Amen.
Thank you. July is the time that you get to set your destination where you want to be next June. Understand, there isn't anybody on here, if you set your destination for Cadillac by next June, and you said heaven or high water, I'm going for Cadillac, and heaven or high water, I'm gonna do the work, guess who could all have a Cadillac by next June? Yeah, but do you have to work? Yes. You can't just back and say, oh, I wish I have this intention, I want a Cadillac. How many of you remember when we first went into COVID and we started doing these virtual events and we started counting faces? Do you remember how many faces I saw in March, April, and the beginning of May? How many virtual faces did I actually see? Because we talked about it in the meeting. Over 100. I didn't settle for one face a week. You see, for me, all of a sudden this got really easy. Why did it get really easy? Okay, we're gonna go fun, just for the record, because I can do this. I'm sitting in a pair of shorts and t-shirts. I didn't have to dress up. I didn't have to drive. I didn't have to do anything. I literally can sign off this meeting and see somebody else less than 5 minutes later. I can work for 2 hours, see 4 different groups for a half an hour each, and I can be done. And it doesn't matter if they live in Washington State, if they live in Richland Hills, if they live in Wisconsin, if they live in Maui. They all look the same on the screen. Now, some people I sent samples to, and some people I just had them fall in love with the product, and I gave them a 90%, I gave them a Mary Kay guarantee. If for some reason I'm wrong with this, 100% guarantee, we'll exchange or refund. Do you know how many cash refunds I got out of my 100 people? None. I had exchanges, but I had no cash refunds. Now, we did have to exchange. I flat out guessed wrong on some of those people. We had exchange product, big deal. But am I giving you some, why was I excited about it? Because all of a sudden I could work faster and not harder. That's how Tuesday nights came into existence. That's how Thursday nights used to be Men in Mask. We have expanded it to allow other genders to join us. That's how those events started. But the majority of my people, of those 100 people, I saw on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings. I only worked, did you guys add up how many hours a week that means I worked? I worked Monday nights with y'all. I gave myself 2-hour credit for that. A half an hour on Tuesday, a half an hour on Thursday, and a half an hour on Saturday. Does that equal 10 hours in a week? You guys said a part-time job was awesome for 10 hours a week. I have only accounted for 3 hours of your life. Do you think this 10-hour part-time job could work for you? What's the odds of you only being paid $17.50 an hour? Okay, so am I giving you hope? Am I giving you hope to help bring other people in with you? Because I can tell you that if all of a sudden you know your friend's gonna be on with a guest, what's the odds of you making sure you have a guest because your new friend said that she's gonna have a guest on? It increases. So Tracy, if all of a sudden your new team member said that she's gonna be on tomorrow night with a guest, what's the odds of you having a guest? Yes, because you don't want your new friend to show you up. Okay, that's the other reason I really want you to keep adding team members, because that newbie has energy. All of a sudden, you know, Trish, she's adding people because, hello, she's new and all of that. Well, it's like, hello, we're gonna grab some of her energy and we're gonna hang on to it because you know what? Some of us have been in a little longer. We're kind of like those geese flying in a formation. Right now, Trace is up at the front. Okay, yay. Okay, but we're gonna take turns. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that helpful?
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to do one more thing and then we'll do takeaways. I'm doing fairly decent on time. The last thing I want us to cover is, what is your favorite booking script? What do you say to people to get them to agree to try product with you or to come onto a virtual event or whatever? What is something that you've tried, something that seems to kind of sort of be working? Remember, this is safe zone, okay? You can say, hey, I've been trying this one, but it doesn't seem to be giving me the results I want. What have you guys been using?
I've tried the.
Leanne, I see you first. Let's go with Leanne and then Lena, I'll come back to you.
Our names are too close. I've been saying that I am trying, because Judy had said something about pearl necklaces and stuff.
Yep.
And so I say that I'm trying to win these necklaces, and I've been messaging my friends asking who would want to join a Zoom meeting, and I have 5 for tomorrow night. So.
Excellent. Miss Lena.
My thing is, I've been trying to get the samples out there to get them to try it. They seem to be more interested if I include that I can send them free samples to try.
Absolutely. And sometimes what I do is I invite people to like tomorrow night, and then I'll say, and afterwards, then you can tell me which samples you want me to send, so that they have a better idea what they might want. So I'll admit, I try to lure them. I try to see them as often as possible. Okay, other ideas, other scripts that you're using. May I assume by your silence, that's why we don't have too many bookings?
It's got my
Mary,
stuff.
Kathy?
Just a
Sorry.
second, Vicki, we're gonna do Tracy first, and Vicki, I'm coming to you after that.
okay.
I just got my stuff, so I'm still trying to get my script together. But I just got my stuff the other day, so I met with Suzette and I'm ready to go now.
Okay. Okay, Vicki, what are you using?
Right now, I'm using a quarterly thing where on the end of the quarter, I'm giving away a $500 basket
Nice.
for the top hostess.
For the top hostess, excellent. So she's offering a prize. She is offering a prize for her top hostess. Excellent. Okay. Anybody else?
This is Kathy.
Yes.
I had a couple of families move into a new home a couple of days ago. And so I put together some goodie bags with samples and pretty paper, et cetera, et cetera. It was really a nice bag full of goodies and my business card. And then I took it and delivered it to their homes. And I told them that I was now a new Mary Kay consultant and I'd be happy to help them. And then I found out that 2 of the people that were there were looking for Mary Kay consultants. So I'm so happy.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Couple coaching tips and tricks for everybody that's kind of giving out a couple things. 1, remember you are the boss, not the beggar. You are the boss, not the beggar. What do I mean by that? Kathy, hear this coaching in every ounce of that it's meant, okay? She had her stuff all ready to go. I would have under no circumstances, if I would have made a big, beautiful basket like that, would I have left without their name and phone number. There is no way they are getting stuff from me without getting something from them, unless I'm just going out to just give things away. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying I never go out and do charity work. But what I'm
true, but I had their names and numbers.
Right. What I'm saying is if you're going out and handing out samples, if you're going out and you've spent money on your samples, okay, in return, get what you need. What do you need? Names and phone numbers. Why is it important you have their name and phone number? Because
Follow up.
so you can follow up. How many of you have given in your life, given your business card or given a sample and someone promised you they're going to call you back and you're still waiting? Okay? You're the boss. You're the boss. Lena, I'm going to pick on you just a second. I'm not picking on you, but if you don't know, Lena drives a truck. Okay, she's out, she's actually driving. She's got a big rig on the road. That's why we want to make sure we never see her. But somebody hired her to drive from point A to point B. Somebody gave her the route to go from point A to point B. She just didn't randomly sit at the side of the road and go, hey, throw something in my truck. The boss said, here's your load, haul it from point A to point B. Does that make sense? You are the boss. As the boss, we need names and phone numbers so that we can follow up. So we can, some of you have heard me say, with names and phone numbers, then it's our job to sort the laundry. What do I mean by sorting the laundry? Sorting the laundry means, you know, we have our whites, we have our coloreds, and then we have our fine washables. Everybody kind of get me on the loads? You don't really kind of mix up those 3 loads, am I right?
Yep.
Okay. You got your whites. Okay, let's say that those are the people that are willing to book right now. Okay, hey, like Kathy said, hey, I'm looking for a Mary Kay girl. Hey, come show me the new products. They're ready to get on her books right now. Okay, she's working with them, getting them on the books right now. Those are different. You're going to handle those people different than the people that said, well, I think, yeah, I'll try it, but I don't know. The maybes, I'll get back to you. And then you also have the no's. Okay, I love it when somebody will flat out and tell me no, because then they don't live in this, what am I going to do with you basket for decades. Just tell me no, go wrinkle, I don't care. Don't lead me on. I didn't do well I didn't do well dating when people led me on either. Didn't annoy me. Okay, yes or no. But if they don't tell me no, okay, the only people that go over here to this stack are no's. They've used the word no. No, thank you. Not interested. They actually have to tell me no to get put in the no basket. If they say, or they don't answer me, you know, I text them, I call them, and they just don't call me back. They get to live in this basket for a very long time. Now, granted, I'm not going to call them every week. I have a process. I call them I make contact with them for about 2 weeks, trying to reach out to them. And on the last contact, I said, this must be a really bad time. So if I don't hear from you, I'll just reach out to you in a couple months. And then in a couple months, I pick them back up and I try reaching out to them again. Has anybody, and I think I can almost say it because I've talked to almost all of you on the phone, have you ever not called somebody back because you got busy or you forgot or life just happened? You see, she didn't tell me no. I just assumed life happened. I mean, I don't know how many times I've called someone back and they felt really bad and I find out that there was a health issue going on. I've collected, don't ask me how many prayer requests I've collected in this category, because all of a sudden somebody's in the hospital or, you know, hey, I just lost my job, you know, something, just had foot surgery, right, Krista? You know, right now, you know, so if they don't tell me, if they tell me no, they go to the no pile. If they tell me yes, they go to the yes pile and we work on getting them on the books. And then sometime a yes ends up back in the maybe because all of a sudden the baby dies, right? Or the dog dies or whatever, right? So that's what I mean by sorting the laundry. But if I don't have their name and number, can I even get them to the laundry? So when it comes to booking, one, your goal is to get names and phone numbers. Another tip and trick before we kind of go off here. One, especially newbies, don't be afraid to just say, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but would you be my guest? I use that probably for the first 18 months. I don't exactly know what's happening tomorrow, but they said that all guests get a gift. Would you be my guest? That was my entire booking script. See, I wasn't trying to be an expert because I didn't think I was an expert. I was too new. And then when they got there, they had fun and I had their name and phone number. And then we could play with it from there. Does that make sense? Like Vicki said, Vicki's got, you know, she's got a goal for her people to go to. Okay. Hey, the hostess with the most gets registered for this extra gift of product. Okay, maybe you and a couple other sister consultants, since maybe you're not having a whole lot of parties by yourself yet. I mean, Vicki just won a diamond ring. She has quite a few parties. Okay, you might not be at that stage yet, but a couple of you could pair up and say, hey, over the next 8, between now and the end of August, all of our hostesses are going to go in a drawing and we're going to give away $100 worth of product. Because that's only 50 from, that's 50 from Kristen and 50 from Tracy. Well, that's a lot easier to afford, right? Instead of 100 by yourself. There's nothing anti that you can't team up. Okay. Don't worry about giving away the house. You don't have to do that. One of my other things that I love, like tomorrow night, like for my events, I invite them to be my VIP guest. I actually use that word. Would you be willing to be my VIP guest? Who doesn't like to be a VIP? As opposed to being my guest, they're now my VIP guest. Because see, they're going to be my guest. Tracy could have her VIP guest there, and Angie could have her VIP guest there. But I'm elevating up to the level of what I believe our product is, up to the level of what I think our opportunity is. I'm inviting them to something elevated. Does that make sense? So when it comes to, I'll kind of tie it together here. So I've been asking people, hey, I'm getting ready to do my Christmas mailers. Would you like to be a part of my mailing? Then I make sure that I get there. If I'm so like this like if I'm doing it as a Facebook Messenger, so I don't have any info on them other than their Facebook message, which doesn't help me at all in Mary Kay. I said, okay, may I have your address, your email, and your cell phone for my Mary Kay records. So every time someone signs up for my mailing, I make sure I have a minimum of that. Okay, then once she's agreed to that, then I'll say, well, if you'd like to be a part of my VIP club, can I have your birth date and or anniversary date? Because I do special mailings for birthdays and anniversaries. How much information have I just got from this woman? Everything I need. Okay, and then, okay, now she's giving me all this stuff. Then I'll say, hey, do you want to be invited to my 30-minute special VIP sessions that I do during the week? She's going to give me 1 of 3 answers. Yes, I don't know, or no. If she tells me no, she doesn't get invited to the VIP sessions. If she tells me yes, then we work on what one works for her. Is this being helpful? Okay. Takeaways from the night.
I actually had a question about the product.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're saying that if we spend $1,800 out of our own pocket this month, we get $600 of free product?
Lena, I'd have to see when you signed up to give you that answer. That was based on a brand new consultant signing up.
Okay, yeah, because I've been signed up for more than 15 days. I thought you said through the end of July.
There is some free products out there for you. I just have to find out a start date.
Okay.
So yes, but there is some categories for it. Some of us that have been in longer, there's not as much free product, but there is free product available.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say, because I was getting ready to place an order and it was like 800 and some odd dollars, and it came up that I could pick one of the groups of free.
Yep.
So I just wanted to check on that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, Lena, we'll look at, we'll at some point when you're not driving, let me help you look at those numbers and I'll help you break out those numbers.
Okay.
Yep. Great question. Other takeaways? A little concerned for as quiet as it is.
I like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just to go.
I like the idea of you using the word VIP for them, because that term generates a feeling within a person of being very special. And I'm going to use that.
Yep. Elevation, elevation. You sell an elite product at a great price. People are invited to be a part of something elite. Vicki, you said you had, I think you were chiming
Yes.
in.
It was the premier level product at a good price or great price. I like the word great price.
There you go. Find terms that resonate with you. Okay, Vicki, thank you for that input. My biggest goal on this is find terms that resonate with you.
Right.
Okay, VIP, like Kathy said, VIP is one of those terms that resonate with me. A great, for me, I'm such a girl next door. A great product works is way more in my head. That's like awesome as a premier. For me is close enough to snooty, but I have a huge issue with snooty. So, and not that Vicki, you're snooty, that's between my ear issues that I'm still working out. So that's what I'm saying. You need to find your words that resonate, that this is what I'm offering my best friend. This is so great. Those are the heart words that you're looking for. Does that make sense, Kristen?
I was just gonna say reiterating the zip codes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, you guys have got to be, you got to be in the, you know, Mary Kay isn't hard, but you also can drift off it because it's so not hard. It is so easy to drift. So incredibly easy to drift. Others? Nope. Okay. I'm going to assume people are good. Okay. Go ahead and grab your cell phones if you're not already on your cell phone. If you are on your cell phone, hopefully you can see yourself in your cell phone. Except for Lena, you don't get to do this. You can talk, but I don't want you looking at your cell phone, because what I'm asking you to do could cause a whole lot of issues on the road. So you don't get to play this part of my game. Those of you who have been with me in person, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to take your cell phone, and I want you to turn the camera as if it is a selfie. So the goal is that you see yourself in the phone. Okay? I want you to look at yourself. So I want you looking at yourself, not looking at all of us. I don't need the distraction of you seeing all of us. I need you seeing yourself. I'm going to say a phrase, and I want you talking to the person in the phone. Okay, I want you to make eye contact with her. Okay? This is who needs to hear it, is the girl in the phone. Okay? You are amazing. You are blessed. You are highly favored. You have a purpose, say it to her, that no one else does. The world needs you to believe in your business, to believe in you, because you are blessed and highly favored. Thank you all for being a part of tonight. I love having you guys on. Tomorrow night, I am going to scroll back through anybody. Grab what's over there. If you have not committed already to a product, but you are willing to be part of our group for tomorrow night, y'all have my phone. Please just text me that I can put you on the list, because I really prefer you volunteering and don't make me draft you. But I am the type that I do draft. So just saying, I don't think you guys want to hear me 2 nights in a row. I love it that I know that we have a bunch of guests coming on. I think it sounds like tomorrow night's going to be one of those nights that we might have 15, 20 people on. which would be tons of fun. If all of a sudden we see a whole bunch of people on, coach your guest to make sure that they're texting you directly, because there's a possibility you and your guest might end up on separate screens. Okay, so we want to make sure that you and your guests stay engaged. So that's just coaching at its best. Okay, so just kind of make sure that you're part of that. You know, my prayer is I think I have 4 or 5 myself that are planning on being on tomorrow night, but also understand the odds. Okay, for every 3 that are promising you right now, 3 people that are promising you at 8 p.m. exactly 1 day before the event, for every 3 you have promised, 1 will show. So if you want 3 guests on tomorrow, you need to have 9 people promising you that they're going to be there. If you want 3 guests, the odds are you need 9 people who have promised you that they will be there. That is normal odds. That's not you. That's not them. That is just life. Okay? Betting baseball. It is what it is. So just understand, if you only have 1 or 2 people that are promised to be your guests, the odds of you having a guest tomorrow night are slim to none. But I say that in the most loving way. Okay? Thank you guys so much for being here. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait to see who your guests are. Cannot wait to meet your new consultants. Lena, make sure that at some point you get to a stage that you can call me, that I can walk you through where we can look up your numbers so that you know what you have possibilities of coming. Everybody, yes, it is a month that there is some freebie products coming to everybody, regardless how long you've been in. And of course, newbies, you get extra free stuff because it's awesome. And remember that for your consultants as well, your newbie consultants also can get stuff for free. Yes, Janice.
Are you, even past July, are we going to continue doing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday?
As far as I know.
Okay.
Okay, the reason for me, those are this hour and a half worth of work in my life is working for me. And I'm just inviting you to come when I'm showing up. Now, that doesn't mean that's the only time you can work. It's just when I'm going to be there.
Okay.
So that, if that helps, but yeah, the pattern seems to have worked. Saturday mornings are kind of my only little hiccup. Sometimes my Saturdays are, there's a little bit of life that keeps hitting me that I'm working on some other patterns for that. But I've had Saturday mornings since I started Mary Kay, so it's kind of hard for me to give it up too. So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
Call me Sheldon. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to stop this recording. Yes, I can stop.